roll up on your like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequency studio stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. I got step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. Hey, you know we come through to make the disco jack. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check.
Everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts. All they do. I've been Houdini with my commas, my mama.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here we go. First carry of the game now, and here's Brees Hall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Here we go. First down. Fields. Moving to his left. He runs with it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here we go. First and 10. They give to Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. Here we go. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
19 winning. Here we go. On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9. Here we go. Go it. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. He'll push forward for about a yard. T.J. Sanders there to make the play.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Here we go. Working out of the gun, it's Fields.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal.
46-yard.
This a 46-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. Jets will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
To return, here's Ray Davis. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen, in the prime of his career.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Moore now. He gets it on the jet sweep. Whoa! Now mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
319!
Allen will give this to Davis. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Josh Allen on the bootleg. A short throw caught by Kincaid. He's still on his feet. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. His first touchdown of the new campaign. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 3-9.
To throw is Fields. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bills offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So, no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
On 3rd down, here's Davis. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
A loss of 3 yards brings up 4th down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Bills first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Davis. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They'll go play action here with Allen. Off he goes. And Allen, a guy who usually gives as much punishment as he gets, slides down here when he's got the first down.
And the Bills first down.
So now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts.
First down.
They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. On play action, here's Allen. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the air once more, it's Allen. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Allen now off the bootleg. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bills. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, all you need is great execution.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills extend their advantage to 14-3. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break.
Tyler Bass to kick off for
Following the
Buffalo.
touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Big Ed Oliver. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is Fields. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They put Wilson in motion. Back to throw is Fields. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Oh! And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Bills offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Buffalo. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
19!
Play action. It's Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Allen going to try and hurry him up to the line. Now, faking the give. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Off the play fake. Here's Allen. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Christian Watson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Packers are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Deebo Samuel. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 43-yard touchdown. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And it's the rookie, Trevion Henderson. Yeah, that's the way he says it. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. On first down, it's Allen. Trying to set the screen there, but that's going to be incomplete. Good work. I think they're defensively gummed up the works a little bit, and it'll bring up second down. Now it's Allen. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On third down, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good for
A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Bills first down.
31-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. To Mario Davis. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season.
It's second down.
On play action, Allen gonna look deep, looking for more. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Aside, that open man is nuts. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Gain of 26 yards.
A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
At the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They run on the jet sweep, and this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
To the air on third down, here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
They put Wilson in motion. Off the play action, here's Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Terrell Bernard in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Don't jump. Ready?
The motion man here is Mitchell. Fields now on second down. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Fields from the gun on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Justin Fields scrambles from the pocket.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
First and 10, and it's Allen. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Round 80. Go.
Here comes the jet sweep. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Buffalo.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. And this will be incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Allen now on second down. That is caught. What a throw. For Josh Allen, a milestone there. TD pass number 200 of his career. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that is incomplete. The intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Josh Allen on the bootleg. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. A run with Davis. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. Throwing is Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to be third down. Now Allen. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Now here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bills will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
A loss of 6. Brings up second and 16.
On second down, a run with Hall. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Now, Fields. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Play action now, and here's Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And brought down inside the 15. Big play there for the Bills. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Well, he didn't connect for the touchdown. What I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. Once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
And with nothing open, he might have been better off just trying to see if he can make something happen with his legs, but the way this defense is flying around, I'm not sure there was a play to be made either way.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Round 80! What's that?
Throwing again, it's Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will score again. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Buffalo. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having the day.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're obviously looking for, I guess, a moral victory at this point. Still in search of their first touchdown of this game. This is probably going to be their last shot to get it in the end zone, and this drive will begin with 1st down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 19.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is hard. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here is Bell on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A big hole. It's a foot race. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Makes the score Bills 38, Jets 10.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Second and 10.
3-yard line.
Here we go. Hurry up, hurry up. 19 win.
Fields now. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So a road win here for the Bills. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on